Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under law, but under grace. You are not under law must mean that we aren't supposed to keep the law, right? As usual, context is vital. Starting at verse 12. Therefore do not let sin reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in its lusts. And do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but present yourselves to God as being alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to God. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under law, but under grace? Certainly not. Do you not know that to whom you present yourselves slaves to obey, you are that one's slaves to whom you obey, whether of sin leading to death, or of obedience leading to righteousness? Do not be a slave to sin, i.e. lawlessness. See 1 John 3:4. Therefore, do not let sin be the master of your mortal body, in obeying it in its sinful temptations. You must be the master over it instead. See Genesis 4:7. Do not allow any part of your physical body to do anything unrighteous, sinful, unlawful, and do not let any part of your spiritual body, your congregation, do anything unrighteous, sinful, unlawful. Instead of sinning, acting lawlessly, present yourselves to God as people who have been reborn, spiritually resurrected with Christ, and thus freed from the bondage of sin, and that the parts of your body, physical and spiritual, may act as instruments of righteousness. We do righteousness and put sin to death for God's sake. Simply put, we stop sinning because he wants us to. God uses willing individuals to accomplish righteous acts on the earth. Therefore, do not let sin, lawlessness, have rule or authority over you. Why should we not allow sin to rule over us? Because we are no longer under the servitude of the law of sin. See John 8:34, Romans 6:18-22, Romans 7:23-25, Romans 8:2, 2 Peter 2:19. But rather we are graciously given salvation from sin and its penalties. We are given reconciliation, reunion with God to have a perfect covenant relationship with him. What should we do now? Shall we sin, commit lawlessness, just because we are no longer under the justly deserved punishment as stated in the law? In other words, should we do the crime, knowing that we won't have to do the time? Certainly not, Paul says. Don't you know that if you present yourselves to serve something, you will be a slave to that thing? If you present yourselves as a servant to sin, lawlessness, your fate is death, because death is the guaranteed result of intentional lawlessness. See Romans 6:23, Deuteronomy 24:16, Ezekiel 3:18-19, Ezekiel 18:4, and 20. If you present yourself as a servant to obedience, your fate is Christ declaring you righteous. See Romans 6:18.